Hey, what's up, everybody? Shane O'Mac here with Just Win Bets, baby. Joe the Fan. Last night, our Skins lose a heartbreaker in overtime against the Denver Broncos. Very close game. Goes to overtime, 27-26. We lose on the last play of the game. We go for two. I think that's the right decision to do that right there. I don't know about you, but you can give me your thoughts here in a second. But go for two. They don't get it, and we lose 27-26. What are your thoughts about the game?
Yeah, that is the right call. I mean, that's something that I did as my last year in coaching, and we beat a tough team in Westfield where, we tied it up. It was actually, excuse me, it was 7-6 Westfield. And then with 2.5 minutes left, I went for two. And we got it. So it was the right call. These are back-to-back heartbreakers. Because you'll recall right before the bye where they took on Miami and Madrid, we lost in overtime. But that's something that we made a mistake in regards to as your buddy Chris Collinsworth said, Mariota. That's going to be one of my uglies.
That was driving me nuts. It felt like he was saying it on purpose, like as many times as he could too. Well, didn't it?
He reminds me of. There's this reporter on NBC4, our local station, Ariana Gonzalez. Like she has to stress, I think that's her name. That she has to stress her last name because she's Hispanic. I'm Hispanic, but I don't say my name if my name is Garcia, last name is Lopez or Garcia, I don't say Garcia. I don't see it like that. But okay, I mean, for each their own. I think that was really not only annoying, that's going to be one of my uglies later. But going back to what we talked about in the Skins game, when it was the Spain, when they played in Spain, Mariota threw a pick.
Mm-hmm.
He throws this, and we're driving. This was earlier in the game, and he throws it's just really an unadvised throw, both in both situations. Against Miami, against the Denver Broncos last night. I don't understand it at all. I'm concerned about
that's like a play you would see from like a rookie or maybe a second-year player. It looked like he was trying to make something happen. He was scrambling around, and then he jumped when he threw it too, right? And I was like, "What is he doing?" Yeah. And then he's a vet. I mean, I didn't realize he's been in the league 11 years now. This is his 11th season, Mariota. I didn't realize it's been that long. But 11 years in the league, you would think that, hey, just throw it away and live another down, right? Sometimes incompletion is the right play.
Yeah. I think the other concern that I have is the play calling on the offense. It's just I don't understand some of the play calling. I don't know. I mean, but that's my old coaching hat, putting my old coaching hat on. And running an offense, I would have. There's some plays like okay, and some it's just like no, I wouldn't have done that. So let's go with the good. Obviously, the amazing catch.
Oh God, that was beautiful.
Burks.
But Burks, yeah, that was a great catch. And I didn't know this before we went in. I didn't know he had surgery on that finger on the hand he caught it with. The hand he caught it with, he had surgery on that finger on the I think it was his middle finger or his ring finger. One of the two on that hand, and you can see a picture. Someone posted a picture of it. They zoomed in on it, and you can see it's got these two fingers are taped together, kind of to hold it together. So he still caught it like that. That's a crazy catch. Guy draped all over him and brings it down with one hand.
Yeah, that was definitely catch of the week, let alone maybe catch of the season thus far. So that's good, and we'll talk a little bit more about what the future for the Skins is going to be, because now, if they're not eliminated, they're about to be eliminated from the playoffs. Let's really be honest. So there's a lot of good there. The other good thing is they left it all out there. I can live. Nobody wants to lose. I mean, that's stuff that it's kind of like our mission statement, just win bets, babe. We don't like to lose. It happens, but nobody likes to lose. I can live with a loss like this. I cannot live with losses that, hey, we quit, or, we don't put an effort or anything like that. It's been a little bit of a change, almost a 180. We've seen it with when they took on Miami, and now the defense is starting to play a heck of a lot better against Denver. Denver's got a very nice defense. And my shout out to their linebacker from Denver that went through cancer treatment, etc. And I'm glad that he's doing well. Moving forward, we know what the problem is now. Joe Witt, he's up in the booth. He's probably telling DQ probably just basic stuff.
Probably like personnel practices that are getting subs in, stuff like that, into the headset.
Yeah, or
hey, they got 4 receivers in the game right now, are coming on the field, stuff like that.
Exactly. It's 3x1 to the field or to the boundary or whatever, or 2x2. It's twins, whatever the case is. I mean, it's just basic high school stuff. If I'm Joe Witt, not only you're gone, that's a fact, but learn from this. I don't understand. There's just too much pride that's going around. Learn from this guy. Who do you get to bring in for Joe Witt? I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm kind of hoping DQ just stays on and keeps play calling. I mean, he knows what he's doing. I know he doesn't want to do that. Probably sure. He probably doesn't want to call plays, and that's why he brought Joe Witt in. But he's good at it. And I mean, our defense has improved a lot, and now it just looks like they're in the right spots. They're playing better, but now you can kind of tell now that we just don't have the personnel yet. When he's running the show. When it was Joe Witt, it was like confusion, central guys out of place. I mean, you know what I mean? And then just like it was just going crazy, and then we didn't have the personnel on top of that as well.
Right.
So
right.
At least with DQ, at least like they know what they're doing. They're playing sound football, right? He was mixing up some defensive fronts there, like we were talking about. We were texting each other. He was mixing up pretty well, I think, between zone and man coverage. Like I thought it was really well called game by him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he went to an odd front, went to 5-2. That's something I suggested. But I agree with you on the personnel. That also being said, we will look at what the future for the Skins, what they need to draft, et cetera, in a minute. But it's they're having fun, and that's what I like about they're there. Is the tackling is still bad. It's not ugly, but it's bad. You mentioned Joe Witt, where guys were lost. They didn't know where to line up. Now you see where the guy, hey, look, they're lined up, ready to go. Maybe tweak it here and there. Hey, they're going to man. Go with the receiver, pass it off, whatever. Okay. Yes, he did change some things so they know what to do. We don't have certain personnel. That being said, let's look at that real quick. We need linebackers. I like McGee. Okay. But Wagner, bro, listen, love you. You're just too old. You got old.
Hey, he had a pick.
He had a pick.
But I mean, and that wasn't technically in coverage, but he didn't move much. Bo Nix just didn't see him and threw it right to the middle of his chest. But hey, he caught it, right? So I give him props there. But I agree. And he's still pretty good at stopping the run in between the tackles. But I mean, like I said before, an old video, it's 2025. Very few teams do that anymore. It's all spread. It's all going outside, trying to get you guys some playmakers out in space. But yeah, I agree with you. He's probably gone. He'll probably retire if I had to guess.
Yeah,
I would love to bring him on as like a coach, kind of like how we did with Kerrigan a couple years ago.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, there were reports that he finished his MBA or finishing up his MBA from Howard University. So I'm very happy for him. It's not all about football in my opinion, but you mentioned outside run. We've got now somewhat of an outside containment. Okay. You didn't see that the first 10 weeks.
Yes.
And it was just driving us up the wall.
Yes.
So we need linebackers. We need a defensive end, maybe a pass rusher. Okay. But, I think Payne did well. Kinlaw, I saw times where he did okay, but he also got pushed back like 50 yards. So I didn't see that much of Newton, to be honest with you. But we do need some D-line. So this whole draft that's coming up has got to be on on the defensive side. On the offensive side, I say we keep Burks. I mean, he's 25. He's young.
And he's got potential, man. He was the first round pick. I mean, he's got potential. It just didn't work out in Tennessee. Sometimes you just need that change of pace. And then we talked about that when we signed them. And I said, I mean, look at the quarterbacks he was working with in Tennessee. There's nobody good. Mariota's probably better than any of them. Sorry, Mariota is better than
Mariota.
it's better than any quarterback he worked with in Tennessee. And that's not even with Jaden in there. And he hasn't even worked with Jaden yet.
Correct.
And we talked about this too. I think if Jaden played yesterday, I think that would have been a different game. We would probably have won that game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So sign Burks, he's 25, but you also have to understand when they drafted him, this young man, he was kind of replacing AJ Brown. That's a big, shoe to fill there. You know what I mean? So in addition to what you stated before. So Debo, yes. Obviously we have McLaurin. Okay. So we got to figure out who goes in the slot, who's the split end or the flank or whatever, figure all that stuff out. I like C-Rod.
Yeah.
Bill, change it up here and there. Okay. He's a rookie, so throw a little pace here and there. Sure. But C-Rod, a little bit of McNichols, they're hard runners. Now, I'm not saying, hey, we need to go get a running back maybe not next year in the draft, maybe a year after that. Do like an old Thunder and Lightning. Maybe we pick up a guy because we've got all this cap money. The line looks pretty decent. Now with Cosby back, the line looks pretty decent, and I think Conley will get better. I mean, that's not really that much false start or anything like that. The one penalty holding, yes. He just needs to be a little bit quicker on his feet. I think the offseason will help him with that.
I think Conley played pretty good. I mean, if you look, Denver is they're first in the league in sacks. They're first in the league in sacks, and then how many sacks did we give up yesterday? I don't even know if we gave up any. Did we? How many sacks did they had? They had 2.
I think they had 1 or 2. Okay,
they had 2. I mean, they were averaging multiple sacks a game. I thought the offensive line did a great job, and I also think that was one of the pros of Kingsbury's offense is early in the game he was getting that ball out quick. It was all quick read stuff. So that D lineman couldn't really get going downfield. And credit to Mariota for that too, for getting rid of it. Outside of that pick, I thought he played really well in that first half.
Yeah. Yankoff, I thought was okay. So I don't see Seminette at all. So I don't know if he's hurt or he's just, hey, you're probably gone, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. And Bates is still there. That's fine. He's a great blocker, but Ertz got to go.
You're a second round pick and you can't get on the field this late in the season when we're technically not eliminated yet from the playoffs, but we're pretty much eliminated from the playoffs. Right? It's concerning. Like, I mean, he's got to get on the field. That seems like a bad pick there, but it's a bust of a pick by Adam Peters there.
Yeah. So I think the attitude has definitely changed. Here's a couple of my uglies. One, we talked about earlier, Chris Collinsworth with the Mariota. Come on, dude. I mean, you're trying too hard. Look, even Tirico was saying it right. It's just Mariota. I mean, look, what was the point of you doing that? It was just annoying.
It took away from the broadcast every time he said it. It just pulled you out of the game for a second. I'm like, what? No one says that. No one ever says his name like that.
Yeah, it's like in old school, nails on a chalkboard. You know what I mean? It's like, holy cow.
Especially like you said, Tirico was saying it normal. Like, so it was weird. I mean, Collinsworth, I think's got to go anyways. I think he's way past his prime for color analysts. They got to get somebody else in there. Yeah. I love Tirico. I think Tirico does a great job. But
yeah,
Collinsworth. They didn't bring Gruden back. Tirico and Gruden were great together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that. Or here's the one that I like. I told you my buddy Joe Tessitore.
Yeah,
I think he should get a shot at. Well,
he's more play-by-play guy though. He couldn't be with Tirico.
Right. But I like Tirico. I don't know who would. I don't know who you put in there. I really don't know. Maybe a Drew Brees. Move him to, but he's working for Fox. I get all that. But, And then the other ugly was, and we saw this from your buddy JP Finley, where listen, the fans like leave, and this is the fault of we talked about this off the air, of the metro system. We have what we call it the metro, or it's called the metro here locally. Where, dude, you did last all the way through overtime, and then you leave. I don't get that. And they left as soon as they scored. As soon as Denver scored, they all left.
Yeah, I actually listened to B. Mitch and Finley today a little bit, and they were talking about this because Finley brought it up, and they had a bunch of people call in and stuff like that, and then they said that a lot of people were saying like Metro, and then a lot of people said like a lot of people just were holding had to go to the bathroom and try to rush before overtime, but there's definitely some people left too, because I got a friend that went and he said traffic was very light leaving the game compared to a normal, what you would think, night game leaving there. He said usually it takes him about 2 hours to get home. He said he got home about an hour and a half. So he said he got out of it much quicker. So definitely some people left. But yeah, Metro, I mean, come on, Metro. If you have a night game, the Nats deal with this all the time too. Like the Nats deal with it. The Capitals not so much. Hockey usually ends on pretty much on time because overtime is pretty much unless it's playoffs. It's like
playoffs, right.
But yeah, the Metro's got to change. I mean, how can like cities like New York and Chicago have 24-hour metros, but we can't? I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, that
and I don't mind. They said like the last train left from there at like 12:20, and if you look back at when they left, because it's a hike to get to the metro station from the stadium.
Sure.
It's like a 15-20 minute walk.
Yeah.
I mean, so you had to leave kind of early to get there. So I get it. But that'd be the nice thing when it gets back to the RFK site. You got the metro right there, literally right in front of it.
Oh, absolutely. But that brings up another point when you bring up the hockey. I used to be, I think it was, I'm telling my age, in high school, where in the 90s it would go like overtime 500, literally, until 1, 2 in the morning. And I even remember I was dating this girl a long time ago. And we would just stay up. We talk about it at school, but we would be zombies at school, right? And I think it was like it definitely was the Penguins, I think, or maybe or Philly. And it was in the 90s or late 80s, 90s, and it would just go on forever. I'm like, holy cow, dude, holy cow. And they didn't have like a shootout or anything like that because it's playoff. But it's like you're killing
playoffs. It keeps going. There's no shootout in playoffs.
Yeah. So those are just only a couple uglies. And we talked about the draft, what they need to do. So, Peters is hit or miss, but you got to understand where he started with. He was starting with garbage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Ron Rivera left this team very, very, very bare. I mean, very bare. I mean, that's why we had to sign so many veterans on those like 1 or 2 year deals, is because literally we had nobody at all.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how the free agency works and the draft. I mean, we're obviously going to talk about that later on, but it'd be interesting to do. I don't even know where we even begin. Where are we drafting now? 6?
Right now, I think we're 6. Yeah.
Okay.
If we play like we did last night, I mean, we're probably going to be falling back.
Yeah,
because if we play that well against the Broncos, and you get Jaden that might be coming back this week against the Vikings, I think we'll probably beat them, right? So, and then we might sneak around and beat either Dallas or Philly. Philly's falling off a cliff, it seems like.
Yep.
So, like, who knows? We're still not gonna make the playoffs or anything like that. Anybody, don't get your hopes up there. But
right.
I don't see us staying at 6. I think we might fall down to like 12th or something like that, because I can see us getting at least 1, maybe even 2 more wins.
Well, we still have to play the Giants.
Yeah, so have to play the Giants. Giants are playing right now, right? Yep. So
we'll 3-0 New England.
Yep. Jackson Dart's back too.
Yeah, and I did take the Giants plus 7.5. So something to look at on that one. So back to the Skins real quick. I don't know what more to say about the coaching. It was better, and the fans got it was better. Now, what really ticked me off is I'm tired of these Denver or the opposing team showing up. But that's not only that's on Washington.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. That's on ownership, and that's on every blah blah. If you put a good product there, you ain't selling your tickets.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
It's true.
So,
I was a season ticket holder for a long, long time, and it's always been tons of the other teams' fans. Even like teams I wouldn't think there's a ton of fans of. Like we'd play like the Cardinals, and there'd be like 30% Cardinal fans there. I'm like, where are all these Cardinals fans coming from? They're like coming out of the woodwork.
right.
But yeah, but last year you didn't have that problem. Last year when we were 11-6, whatever we were, right? We were making the playoffs, winning the, or going into the championship game. You didn't see that problem at all, hardly nearly as much. Early in the year maybe, but then when we caught fire, it was packed in there with Skins fans. So yeah, that's part ownership, and it's part our fan base too. It's just like we don't support them as much when they're losing, but at the same time, I get it. I mean, we've gone through a lot of losing over the last 30 years, right? So
yeah. And also we'll need to see how this Hard Knocks thing. I believe it premieres this week, tomorrow.
I think it is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's on HBO. So we'll look at that. Other than that, I mean, I don't see any other good. I mean, it was good running, good. The O-line played well, and they've been playing well the last couple games. Okay, but we've got Minnesota. I think we beat Minnesota. I might be a survivor pick. Saying,
I can see it.
I'm just saying. And Jaden will play. On Sunday. So they fought. Okay, at least they put it out there. They were like, okay, you know what? They fought hard. And New England just ran the punt back for a touchdown. Doesn't look like there's any flag. Nope. It'll be 10-0 New England. So yeah, I'm proud of the team. I can live with that loss. It's a heartbreaker. Don't get me wrong. But, same thing with Miami. So if you won those two games, okay, are we in the Carolina Panthers discussion? I don't think so. But, what were some of your thoughts of the game last night?
Yeah, like you hit a lot of them, but definitely the effort was there, and like you said it earlier too, it looked like they were having fun again, and that was the main thing. I saw guys flying to the ball on defense. I saw offense helping each other out. It looked like they actually gave a crap, and compared to like not so much Dolphins games, but the 4 weeks prior to that, 4 or 5 weeks prior to that, where we were getting beat by 20, 21 points every week. It seemed like we were just like in the dog days of summer there, like nobody was doing anything. So that was a positive, huge positive. And like you said, I don't mind losing games when like I can see effort on the field like that, and the guys trying that hard. I thought it was a great job by them. Another good I thought was the offense. I thought was pretty good, because if you got to think, Denver is a really good defense. They are in the top 5 on every category of defense. Top 5 against the run, top 5 against the pass. They lead the league in sacks. Top 5 in total yards. They're number 1 or number 2 in total points allowed per game. So for a backup quarterback to go in there and play that well against them outside that terrible pick, I thought he played pretty well for a backup. I thought that was good. Another good is Terry showed up. Big, man. He had 97 yards or something like that, almost 100 yards. And I think that might be the key to open up this offense, is that we needed that receiver to stretch the field and open things up. I mean, because before that, we couldn't do much. And that just shows you how much we need another receiver like that. So hopefully Terry can stay healthy, especially next year, because this is pretty much a lost season this year.
Right.
We need him, and I agree with you. I would sign Burks. I think he's worth a shot. He's definitely worth a flyer, because after that catch, and I think he might be motivated to come back and prove all the haters wrong. Show why he was a first-round pick,
as well as Debo. But keep in mind, we're going to get Luke back, and then Noah Brown. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, either get on the field or I don't know. I know you're hurt, but I like him, but I don't. Maybe we pick up a receiver. I'm not a fan of Lane. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of his, but Maybe we pick up a receiver, in free agency or maybe late in the draft, but I don't think we even touch offense during the in the draft. I really don't. I think we load up big time on linebackers, D line. That would be me. But if we ended up fine, we're 6 today. That's assuming we may win 1 or 2. Okay, great. Suppose we're 6. I say we trade down or trade back, right?
Yeah.
If we're 12, I still say we trade back. I no matter what, I say we trade. We got to get something, man. We got to get something.
We just have a lot of holes. That's all it is.
A lot of holes.
And I guess the good type of thing we're in is that it's not like we're going to be drafting a quarterback where we need to be in the top 4 or 5.
Right.
So, and then there's not a huge drop off, I don't think, from like 10 to 20 and the playoff players that usually coming out of the draft, right?
Right.
So that's a benefit, right? If you can move back 5 spots, pick up an extra third round pick or something like that, I would do it even in a heartbeat, right? Because we have a lot of holes. And I agree with you. Most of our picks need to be on defense. Our defense is terrible. We need some pieces. We need pieces bad. Offense, I think we can make do. If Terry can stay healthy, Burks comes out to be okay. You get Luke coming back. I would re-sign Debo, depending on the money. As long as he's not asking for something ridiculous, I would re-sign Debo.
Right.
And he can always get a free agent. I would like a tight end, and I also would like a pass catching running back, like kind of like how Eckler was supposed to be for this year, but then Eckler got he's out for the year with the torn Achilles or whatever. Yeah. I think having a back that can catch the ball in the backfield would be huge, because I'm not saying the ones we have can't do it. They're just not as explosive as like an Eckler was last year.
I mean, McNichols does it, but I'm with you. I forgot all about the tight end. Yeah, get that position. But I'll tell you, I'll throw this into the ring. What about the kid from San Francisco? He wants out, and he's friends with Jaden.
Oh, Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Yeah, I would take him. I'd bring him over. I would bring him over for sure. He's
then
friends
we're
with
definitely
Jaden.
set.
They're close together. I would bring him. Come on aboard.
Then we're definitely set.
Oh yeah, for sure. They'd have him and Terry on each side. Yeah, we'd be good.
I would put Luke in the rotation, but put Luke as 100% primary punt returner and kick returner.
I can see Luke
make a lot for third down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, but now you got.
I would bring him over. I would bring him over in a heartbeat. I think I wanted him when he was originally asking for a trade. We were like linked to him because of Jaden. Yeah. He wanted to come here because of Jaden. Because they were like roommates at like Arizona State together or something like that. Oh man, big brawl over here on the Patriots game here.
Yep, I see it.
A bunch of pushing and shoving, going everywhere.
Yep, I see it. But yeah, I agree with you on that one. But here's the thing that bothers me. It's the way that we're setting things up. You got Lane as a split end, as a Z or an X or whatever however these guys call it. I used to call it a Z. And I was like, why? He's a slot guy.
Yeah.
He's definitely not. Burks at he's on as a split end, sure, but
I think Lane's ceiling is like a decent punt returner, kick returner in this league, and that's pretty much about it. He doesn't have the hands. He doesn't have a ton of experience at playing a lot at the wide receiver. I mean, he's fast, super fast,
right?
But sometimes that's not enough in the league, right? But I think he could become a good punt returner. But how are you gonna keep the roster spot just for a punt returner? Not usually, unless it's Devin Hester, right?
Right. Exactly. So, other than that, I mean, I don't. They still have the kid from what was he from UCLA, the linebacker?
Which kid?
The linebacker. It starts with an M, not McGee.
But Martin?
No, not Martin.
No, that's the end.
It was another. It was another kid.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Young guy. I thought it was UCLA.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Is it Maho?
I have to look it up. I don't know.
Okay. I think he needs some playing time, but McGee's getting some playing time. I like the kid.
That's what this next 5 games need to be about. Just play all the youngins. I said it last week. Now that we lost again, there's for sure we're not making the playoffs. I just looked it up. We have less than a 1% chance. So technically we're still alive. But I mean the odds of that are it's not happening. Right? It's not happening. So we just need to play all the young guys. I'll play him now. Ertz, like, thanks for your service. Get him in there every once in a while, maybe get him a catch to keep like his like stats going or whatever, and then back out. Get him out. Put Yankoff in. I like him better than Sunday anyway right now.
Yeah,
Wagner,
I like
I'm sorry, you had a great career. Get him out of there. Keep him in maybe on rundowns or something like that, and then pull him out on third down.
Sure, third down, he's got to come out. I agree with that. But you got to throw these young bucks out there. You know, throw them in the fire, so to speak. But
and some of these guys, I mean, I've known many guys like this throughout playing and coaching. Some guys show up on game day and different people than practice. They may not show anything in practice and then excel in a game, or vice versa. They're practice all-stars and are dog crap in a game, right?
Right.
So you don't know that unless you play them, though. Yeah, so you have to get them out there, get them experience. That's the only way.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect time. We're not going anywhere, right? We're not going to win anything. Get the young guys out there, see what you got. You see who you have to move forward with. That's the only thing I would do.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Eckler, and then we got Armstrong on the other side. As a DN, he's always done very well. But yeah, I agree. We need to draft some young bucks, especially on the defensive side. I like to see a nice D tackle. No, I'm not saying, hey, let's get rid of Payne. I didn't say that at all.
Well, he's a free agent after this year.
He's a free agent.
Payne.
So I mean, it's all about how that. And we've got some money.
Mm-hmm.
We've got pretty good under the cap. But, you still got to sign Debo. Don't forget about Tunsil.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I didn't realize this. They showed it in the game last night. Tunsil's only given up 1 sack this whole year. I mean, that's pretty good.
He's good. But we need it. So we need to definitely draft the left tackle sooner or later. I'm not saying now, but whatever happened to Kid Coleman?
I think they've been rotating him in a guard earlier in the year. I don't know what they're happening now, though.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Paul's not bad, but I think he's getting old. I mean, Cosme's good. The young buck on the right side, on the right tackle, is going to get better. But it's just, I think we need to definitely draft. If you're going to draft one guy, we need to draft one lineman.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Well, that's it for us. As for the recap of the Skins and the Broncos for week 13. Tell us what you think, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Happy holidays, and talk to you soon. Bye. Hit that subscribe button and start winning with Just Win Bets, baby.